So my question here is something that I hear quite often. It's a cat. It's not my real question. Actually, maybe it is. Can FPs be evil? Can INFPs and ISFPs be evil? Ooh, that's my evil, ominous sound. I'm gonna unpack that question in this video because I get it a lot. What's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. This is how we say hello. With the two open hand. I swear, I'm innocent. Don't attack me pose. Anyway, so INFPs, ISFPs, can they be evil? So first of all, we need to talk about what introverted feeling is, because that is the thing that people are pointing at when they ask this question. And then we'll talk a little bit about some of my personal experiences. Introverted feeling, okay? Feeling and thinking are decision-making processes. They're judging functions. They're what tell you what you should do. If you're using feeling, you're going to look at the situation, look at the people involved, and make the most harmonious choice that you can. The one that is going to take in consideration other people's feelings and values and beliefs as, I guess, the main criteria. Like, how is this choice going to impact other people and their feelings and the interrelationships between there, and thus the harmony of the situation? Introversion is taking that function, taking feeling, taking the decision-making process of looking at the human side of things, the human component, and bringing it inward into yourself and seeing how it is subjectively understood. So you're taking that harmony, you're bringing it in. So that's intrapersonal harmony. You're looking inside yourself and saying, like, okay, if I make this decision, who will I be because of that? Does it stand up to my identity and my values, my beliefs, my convictions? Not like convictions, but like what inspires you to be you and to lead the charge, right? And with that, in a higher level of growth, I suppose, when you use it enough, you start to have more energy allotted to it, I suppose, and you can use that to kind of transplant onto other people and say, okay, if I make this decision and I were in that person's position, then I would feel like this, based on my own internal organization and understanding of my feelings and beliefs and values. Okay? And so then that's how you judge what is going to be a good decision, based on your interactions and how it influences other people. And so we come back to, well, if that's what you're thinking about all the time, then how can you be a bad person? How could you do evil things? There are two things I want to talk about. One is examples, and another one is why I wanted to be evil. I've had some nicknames for other people, okay? Just kind of silly little light nicknames, I thought. And I never considered it to be a negative thing. I never attached an assessment of like or dislike or value to it. You have to sway when you do this, okay? Try it. Come on, get up and do it. And so because I never assessed it like that, I just thought it was funny and it was okay, and I kept it like that. When eventually, like, someone would say, like, that's probably not a good thing to call people, or not I don't think this person would like being called that. That's when I'm like, oh no. Like, it's this whole, like, unearthing of this area around it that I never even thought about. And I think that's one way that if you were to extrapolate it, it could show you that people, INFPs, ISFPs, could do really bad things if they haven't made an assessment about it in that way. If I don't attach a good assessment, evaluation, appraisal onto a type of person, for example, or a certain behavior, a certain act that could be malicious, then I'm going to do it, and I'm going to think that it's a good thing to do it. Like, okay, if we're going to talk about racism, okay, and I know this is a touchy subject, but if someone were to say this type of person is bad, and they made that assessment, an IFP, if they made that assessment, okay, then they're going to continue to follow that route. If that connection has not been made, then anything is possible. If for whatever reason you did not assess it, then what could come out of that could be a bad thing, because you didn't even consider it. You didn't consider it. You didn't use your values, your beliefs to think about it and see how your decision is going to impact it. When I was younger, this is me talking now about why I wanted to be evil, and it never happened, which I'm kind of bummed about, but also I know it's not the right choice. I saw so much pain and struggle and people treating other people awfully, doing really bad things and hurting people and hurting myself. And also within that, I could see that, I have that potential to do that. FI, introverted feeling, lets you dig deep down into those feelings on this deep, deep level that there is no language for, right? That's why it comes out in art, in whatever way art comes out. It could be like painting, it could be music, it could be sculptures, it could be doing something like this, which I could kind of consider to be an art. And when you get to that level and you see all this negative stuff within you, you see that within everybody else too. Like, everybody has the potential to do these really bad things. And I am not one that is outside of that potential. If I were in the wrong internal state, and I had some voices that were speaking louder and heavier than the other ones, then I could do really bad things. It's a possibility. I'm not saying I'm going to, but I went through that many times in my mind, and I was like, if I were a bad person, if I decided to be a bad person, then things would just be so much easier for me. I could control so much more in the world. I could take control of it. And I wouldn't have to worry about it too much because I would be bad. I wouldn't be worried about, stepping on the ant and hurting the ant and killing the ant and thinking about its feelings. Like, oh, the poor little ant, I squished it. Right? Oh, the poor thing, he had a family and he was going to work and maybe he didn't really want to work. And I go into constant expansions of this and attaching emotions to other things, personifying, anthropomorphizing things. So let's go back a little bit more and let's connect it up. So if you don't make that evaluation that this behavior is bad, if you are convicted and you feel that it is a good behavior because you think that this other thing is bad or evil, then you're going to do those acts and you're going to have this inner fire to make sure that it happens. And so what I want to bring out here is that INFPs, ISFPs, it's really important that you get a lot of experiences. The more experiences through extroverted sensing, extroverted intuition, the more you just put yourself out there, the more you're going to be able to make more, accurate, I don't know if that's the right word, accurate assessments of what you should do based on introverted feeling. Right? Because you saw this one example of something that disproves that judgment, well, you're able to kind of break the chain a little bit and go through it and think about it a little bit more before making that action. Okay? So I hope that this video got you thinking about some stuff, and I hope that it did answer the question, can INFPs and ISFPs be evil? Okay, so please let me know down below in the comments what you thought about it, any other opinions, beliefs, etc. All right, keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace.